I have
I don't
no
care.
I have
I
no
don't care.
idea how this is going to go. To be honest with you,
First
I
of
do
all,
not have a clue.
if we gonna talk about Aaron Rodgers, we need to remind him of what they did to Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers. They did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Why
they
are you
did.
acting brand new? You've done exact same thing, except you got more MVPs. But you've done the exact same thing as Favre. You got one title. What you
Yeah.
shocked for?
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think
Well,
at this?
Favre has been there. Favre has been there twice though.
Right.
So I
But
mean,
Yeah,
guess
I
what?
guess that's probably the only thing he has over Rodgers is being there twice, but
But no quarterback has played
more
for the
than
Green Bay
16
Packers.
years.
More than 60. All three of them. Name you got Aaron,
And Bart,
Brett, and Bart. 16
yeah,
years. So if
16
he comes
years.
back, that'll be his.
well, I guess what we'll see is what team he does go to. I was talking about this the
Houston.
other day. Houston?
Send him to Houston.
I mean, that's really the only team that need a QB right now.
Think about it. Where you
Is
gonna go?
Houston?
He's not going to
Who else he gonna
Jacksonville.
go? Where
Everybody
else
else
he
took
gonna
one in
go?
the draft.
Yeah, he out of there. He either gonna go to Houston or retire.
He's not going to Denver.
We'd like to welcome everybody to the R.U.S.T podcast, though. We're
Did you
just
do
sitting
it
here talking
again?
about Aaron Rodgers.
so the draft happened, which number one, it was good to see the Live fans back in Cleveland. I thought that was a good atmosphere.
Oh
That made
yeah,
me feel good.
yeah, they were hyped too. They were
Yeah,
Especially
oh
really
yeah.
when Pittsburgh came up and they just booed him. I love that. That's how you supposed. That's how you supposed to do your rival. Every time they come pick, boo, every single time.
So all right, so let me ask y'all. Who had best draft? Who had some of the worst? Who was good? Hype. Who was bad?
Which one?
I,
Which one you want to tackle first? The worst draft or the best
I,
draft? Which one
Let's
we
go.
tackle?
Let's go worst. Let's go worst first. What do y'all say?
I'm going to say the Broncos.
I didn't
Okay.
even.
I'm going to
I
say
didn't even have
the
them on my list.
Broncos, because other than certain,
Yes,
they
the
really
cornerback.
didn't address
Let's see
anything.
what we got.
They really didn't address anything they needed. I mean, they
They
don't
got a
have a
running back.
quarterback. They don't have a quarterback, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
You know what I heard? I heard an interesting take on Denver is that they're trying to duplicate when they won last Super Bowl with defense only and just have a quarterback that really doesn't make any mistakes. Don't really
like
make any
Peyton,
plays, but
like
don't
Peyton
mess up.
throwing for 140 yards
Exactly.
in the Super Bowl. Because that's what
Yeah.
happened. It wasn't
Peyton
like
with
he was.
with one arm Peyton. Is basically what was going on.
They didn't do that with Elway though. They had a running back with Elway. I
Yeah, but
mean, he was only
also,
great. He was only great those 3 years, but
but yeah, back then you actually needed a full team. Now you just need somebody to stop somebody's offense because that's all this game is now. It's just pure offense. So if you put a semi-competent defense out there, you're all right, which the Falcons don't have at all. Trash ass.
Well,
but y'all, but y'all,
I
whatever.
don't know why y'all laugh.
oh boy. Well, I would say this. I mean, of course, I think I understand what Denver's strategy is, but I agree. I didn't see anything there that, to me, offensive wise, they had one of the best. He's not a rookie anymore, but one of the best new receivers coming along with Judy. But it's like, all right, well, you got to have a decent quarterback back there. But it seems like they're trying to play basically no mistake football. Just get us there, and hopefully our defense can shut down the other team. That's what I see going on with Denver at this point. So
I can see Denver, but two teams stood out to me. One being Houston. I look at their draft, and their first pick was a quarterback from Stanford. Yeah, he's good. But is this just a placeholder until Deshaun come back?
I,
Who
you know
who
what?
is Houston's backup?
Who
Yeah, good
knows?
question.
Jacoby Brissett? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Who's Houston's backup?
Do we know? But look, no. Then you guys look. These are their draft picks. I don't know why y'all laughing. I'm trying to have a serious conversation, and y'all just giggling. I don't know what's going on with y'all tonight. Listen to their draft. Listen to their draft. David Mills, Stanford QB. Nico Collins, wide receiver from Michigan. Brevin Jordan, the tight end from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Wallow, linebacker from TCU. He's decent. And Ray Lopez, defensive tackle from Arizona.
That was all the picks they had.
That was it. And then they traded up to get Nico.
Why?
Again,
okay, so
this is what I'm talking.
I take that back. Houston definitely had the worst.
You know,
you could justify you maybe can justify Nico, but you can't justify him being a number one. You can't. David Mills played okay at Stanford, but he didn't play a lot at Stanford. So it's like unproven. Right. Oh, Jared just said 11 college starts. I mean, who's that remind you of? Anybody from USC y'all want to throw out there that remind you of? I mean, and maybe a year starts.
Didn't he get paid? I mean, he got paid a lot too.
He got paid. He got butt fumbles and all that. But it's like if you look at Houston's draft from top to bottom, it's nobody that's like, okay, this y'all moving in the right direction. Because if you wanted a quarterback, you should have did what Chicago did and when it got who you wanted. Because Chicago, to me, got the steal with Justin.
Oh, yeah. Know what? You remember when we were watching that, and the minute they announced Chicago was going up.
Oh, I knew it. I said they're getting Justin.
It was like, oops. Yeah. Which is surprising. You know what? That's surprising.
That's not surprising. That's not surprising. They needed Chicago has a solid defense. Chicago has a solid defense. They got
solid receivers.
They got solid receivers. The offensive line is very serviceable. What were you missing?
But I guess what was surprising to me was that New England let it happen. That's what was surprising.
That's true, Jared. Huh? But look though, if you look at Chicago's team, would you rather have Andy Dalton, Mitch Trubisky, or Justin Fields?
Of course, Justin Fields.
Even with the proven commodity that Andy Dalton is, and whatever Trubisky does.
Trubisky, did they trade him?
I think he might be going somewhere, but as of yet, he might be going to Denver.
So he's still on the roster. He's still on the He's still on the Bears roster.
He is. So you got, but what I'm thinking Chicago's going to do, they're going to give Andy the reins for 2-3 games, throw Justin in for a couple plays, see how he get acclimated. And then if they start losing, hey, Justin, running with it the rest of the year. What's gonna happen?
You know, I'm kind of a little bit old school, a little bit, because I believe that a quarterback, especially one like Justin Fields, what's the rush? You know, in my opinion, what is the rush for bringing him in?
That's also true, Jerry.
Well, let's look at it like this: in the history of the NFL, if you take a quarterback with your first pick in the top 10 to 15 area, there to make immediate impacts. Those are your guys. Especially, think about it. We know Trevor gonna start day one.
Oh, well, yeah.
We know the wish version of Trevor Lawrence. The wish version of Trevor Lawrence is gonna start day one with the Jets.
It's probably gonna
we
be
know that's gonna happen.
It's probably gonna be a bad season for Trevor too.
Oh, of course. Well, you know what? It might be a bad season, but he has familiarity with that backfield. So that right there, they already know each other. He got his running back. And you know right there, when you put teammates together, that's been playing together years, it's like when y'all play ball.
Everybody welcome AC to the podcast.
Can't just keep him to the side for a minute. He ain't never bring me. Oh, hey, AC, how you doing?
My man Moses, what's happening, dude?
Look, listen.
We out here. We wait for the rest of the clique. Everybody ran into life. So,
but look. Think about it. Like when you playing basketball, you got your squad. You don't have to do nothing but look at each other. You know what's gonna happen. So if you already got somebody you've been playing with for years, that's half the playbook. You already know where he gonna go. You just call it. You know, if you call an audible, you ain't got to worry about what side he going to because you automatically know. They're not gonna be world beaters, but they won't have. I don't think they have a top 5 pick. They might hit 7.
The Jags.
The Jags.
Oh no, in that division, and you know what? I'm gonna give them 8 games. I'm honestly, I take that back. I'm gonna give them 7 games.
Let's look.
I'm stepping on the limb.
I'm
gonna say. I'm stepping on the limb. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give the Jags 7 games. What's going on, Lisa?
So all right. So I think I agree with you guys. And just speaking of Jacksonville, and I know what y'all gonna say, but I don't give a damn. But I really like the Travis Etienne pick. I really do like that.
We said that was. Nobody said it was a bad pick.
Nobody said that was a bad pick. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I know y'all some Clemson haters.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Harold just want to argue, man.
Hey, formal protest. Because he up here just starting shit for no reason. Man. We up here. We gave Jacksonville props. We said that's gonna be one of his strengths is that running back in the backfield. We said this. And here you go talking about Clemson. Hey, we not hating on Clemson. We just hate on you for liking Clemson. It's different.
Hey, is it too early for me to talk shit about Urban Meyer? I gotta wait.
Yes, you gotta wait. We're not there yet.
Let me know when that point come up.
Okay, look, that was just one. I had 2 squads that I really thought had just questionable drafts. Houston is just shit right now.
I mean,
yeah,
they are. That's
AC City, man. That's AC City, man.
It's like the whole franchise.
Chill on your boy.
But then, and I wish Nessa was on here because I need to ask her what her Saints is doing because I was confused about it. I was confused about that entire draft they had.
I think she was confused too. She said she was on her way. I think she was confused too about her draft.
Because I'm like, your first pick was a DN who has knee and foot injuries all the time. That's like his history.
Jared called him swerving urban.
What do y'all think about them picking up Notre Dame?
I mean, what he was late round though, wasn't it?
He was fourth round. I think.
So what? He gonna sit behind Jameis and Swiss Army knife
and the water boy.
I think, I'm not feeling Jameis like that. I'm really not.
Why?
Think,
if you stop him from throwing interceptions, he's solid.
Jameis
Mr. 40-40, man. I mean, I like the pick from Notre Dame. I do. I like it.
I don't like.
I mean that 40-40 stat is only bad because he had 40 interceptions, but that's teachable. He didn't. I mean, if you look at who was teaching him in Tampa Bay, the
thing is, wasn't nobody teaching him in Tampa? That's
exactly.
No, we don't hate FSU.
I do. I hate FSU.
First of all,
I do.
First of all, my brother went to FSU. I got number FSU love.
Man, I can't stand FSU.
That's too bad for you. I don't. Hey. That's right.
Here go Lisa with her.
Is that politically
First
correct?
of all, the Niners did not have. I got a question. How many running backs?
I don't think if Washington had to change their football, if Washington had to change their name, I don't think that's politically correct.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that the damn
I'm a minority
signal?
I'm a minority. I get away with it.
I don't see anything wrong with the talk, but FSU. Sorry, Jameis. I don't see.
Where is Q? Is Q listening to this? I want Q to hear this because this man is always talking bad about FSU,
and I will continue to till the day that I leave this.
That's an ACC rival. I can understand that. I can understand that, but Clemson just got good.
I mean,
so
yeah,
It's just now.
It's just now an ACC rival. It was one side. It was one-sided my whole entire life. So
it seriously was.
Still living the house in your entire life. It was one side of your entire life. Well, whatever, man. Anyway, I don't see Jameis doing anything. I stand by that. Mr. Crableg, 40-40, man, is not going to do anything down in New Orleans.
Get you hope. I hope he don't either. I hope
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Look, man, the Saints should have kept Teddy Bridgewater. That's all I'm gonna say.
Agreed.
Well,
yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater should have stayed with the Saints.
Yeah,
he didn't want to stay. He wanted to start.
He wanted
to start. Can you hate any man for wanting to start in the NFL?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
But didn't he go? Didn't they trade him to the Broncos?
Nah, he went to Carolina.
Yeah, he went to Carolina.
He's still in Carolina.
Yeah, well, we don't know how that's going to begin at the beginning of the season.
He gonna have to beat out. He gonna have to beat out that big headed ass light bulb dude they got.
Look, what that dude? What
did you see his head? No, he wasn't. Manning got a good ass head. That man head.
He was traded. He was like a helmet. Broncos.
Like he always
like a short bus helmet.
No, Aaron, he went to Carolina, man.
He went to Carolina, man. He's still there. He got traded yet. He got. Yeah. I told you.
You got some news we don't have.
All right. I told you the 49ers messed up the entire draft. The 49ers messed up the entire draft when they took Trey Lance. That's what shook the draft up right there. Oh hell.
No. Denver messed up the entire draft.
Well, I mean, John Elway ain't no good GM no ways. So.
Denver messed up the entire
Agreed.
Draft. Taking Surtain when he did.
I was hoping Surtain would fall to us, but it didn't happen. But I'm still good.
You got a great player. That dude is a beast. We
probably got the better player, but
you do. That Parsons is better than Surtain.
No, you got to understand. As I'm looking at the draft and they called Surtain, I was like, damn. But then once we got who we got, I was like, oh, okay.
Bro, Parsons can cover your tight end. He can cover a slot receiver, and he can blitz. What else do you want out your linebacker?
I agree.
I don't really know. I mean,
that's what I'm worried about more than him.
Well, he does run a 4-3, so yeah, he could cover. He can
cover a slot guy.
He can cover a slot.
He can't cover him downfield. Don't be crazy.
No.
But he can cover
within 15 yards, we good. So
yeah, if you inside the 20, ain't nothing going across the middle on him. The dude is serious.
I think we're going to be something to force with. I think so.
Hold on.
First of all, you're getting ahead of yourself.
I want to talk to AC about his draft picks.
First of all,
before we get on that, Tony. Before we get on that,
y'all go ahead and roll Harold first.
Hold on,
before we get on that,
here we come with the hate. Here we come with the
Harold, because you be overzealous with stuff. You be we gonna be this, we gonna be that. And
Jared, I'm gonna cover that, Jared. I got
and
you.
then we're gonna end up we end up 5-11. like you from fan to fan, Harold.
This is Dallas on Dallas hate right now, y'all. That's what
from fan to fan, Harold.
Give him room.
C.M. Smith.
Put this on my heart. You
from
overzealous with stuff.
That's what that
dude. That's what
Sam Darnold look like. That's what Sam Darnold look like when he put his helmet on.
That's why Harold be making them decisions, man. That CTE ass helmet he got.
So I mean, real talk. Not spending so much time on this. So you thinking? What do you call our record next year? Just prediction. What do y'all think?
What is 16?
What was y'all record this year?
10-7.
Nah, 7. I give y'all 7-10. I can't count.
Wait, is that gonna play the whole season?
No, AC gone somewhere, man.
Man, y'all look at him, man. Look,
I give y'all 9, maybe 9 weeks. Maybe 9 weeks. Maybe
if you don't
talk shit about Dallas. Dallas been hyping themselves up for years, and long as Jerry Jones still breathing, y'all ain't gonna be shit. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest.
Look, Jerry was a genius 30 years ago.
He wasn't a genius 30 years ago.
No.
Johnson was a genius 30 years ago.
Marketing.
That was
marketing genius.
I appreciate that, Jared.
The marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, business-wise, when the day y'all let Jimmy Johnson go, you killed the team. And now y'all got like the damn, what that shit they had with Babe Ruth when he left? The damn, some kind of jinx or some shit in baseball.
You mean the curse?
Oh, the curse.
Yeah, the curse. Y'all got the damn Cowboys curse.
Babe Ruth didn't play for the Cubs.
Okay, I got a question though. Since they got the curse, what did who did my Falcons do wrong that we just can't hold leads and blow everything like hookers? I mean, seriously, what have we done to anybody? What have we done? I mean, shit.
Miss Lisa White, Lisa, why the shade? Miss Lisa, why the shade?
Y'all should have got rid of.
We not on here throwing shade on them 49ers.
Should have got rid of Michael Vick.
Mike Vick got rid of himself.
I know.
Yeah,
we know.
No, y'all should have gave Mike Vick some real help.
Yeah.
I agree with that. When your boss come to you and say, tell me the truth, and I got your back, and you still lie to him.
All he had to say was, man.
All he had to tell Blank was, yes, I did it. I need your back. And Blank was like, I got you.
You asked what the problem was. I'm just giving you an answer. I ain't never said Vic was right.
First of all,
we've been
like that before Vic got here, so that don't even make sense right now.
Here's my point. All the cokeheads, Jared Jones, and sent to rehab. Atlanta could have did something.
First of all, we done had our share too.
Cokehead. Drug quotes always come out every year.
Welcome Chris to the podcast.
Jamal Anderson.
First of all.
Oh, it's Trash Man. I mean, hey, CJ.
Lay off the cocaine Cowboys, because the cocaine Cowboys was winning games.
Those are Hall of Fame.
Cowboys on Netflix.
Cocaine Cowboys.
Hall of Fame cocaine Cowboys.
Hall of Fame cocaine Cowboys.
Look, man, we done got all off track. Can we talk about how bad? Can we just talk about how bad the 49ers are, since certain people want to jump in with, the Niners having the best draft?
Let's talk about San Fran.
Who said that?
Talk about San Fran.
It's in the comments.
He probably don't see it, but that's Miss Lisa from Random Sports Fans.
And she said the 49ers had the best draft?
Well, I don't think she said that, but
maybe she likes Trey Lance. Maybe she thinks that he's the savior of the franchise.
Bust.
Could be.
Trey Lance. No, I don't think it's gonna be Trey Lance. Is Trey Lance the one from BYU?
It's gonna be Zach Wilson is the bust. That's who
the Jets got, right?
Zach Wilson,
that's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's whoever playing for the Jets is the bust.
That's the wish list version of Trevor Lawrence. Zach Wilson.
I think if Trevor Lawrence ends up not doing good, he will be the biggest bust of all time. I'm gonna call it. If he's not good, I think T.O. will probably be the biggest bust of all time.
He gonna be worse than Achilles Smith?
Yeah, I think he'll be. I think
Ryan Leaf.
More hype.
Ryan Leaf?
Yep, I think so. I think Trevor Lawrence, if he messes up,
Jamarcus
will
Russell,
be the worst bust.
He's bigger than Jamarcus.
Not much worse than
Russell.
Well, Jamarcus only played it 1 year. He only played 1 year at LSU, so that counts.
Jamarcus throw 70 yards to the east. That son bitch can't get to the other end of the field straight. If you in the stands, though, you can catch it. He ain't getting the receivers.
Kevin Down had a long backup career. He had a long backup turn.
Yeah, you can't really talk about the McCowns. All the McCowns, both McCowns had a good career.
Both of them had long careers.
If you think about it, Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning were kind of judged, 1 and 2. Trevor Lawrence, there really wasn't anyone to challenge him for the number one spot.
Why are you always bringing up Trevor Lawrence?
No, I'm just saying. I need you
to answer the question. See, they can't see me. I had to get close to the microphone because I need you to answer the question, Harold.
Why are you
always bringing up Trevor Lawrence?
Why Aaron sound like Frazier right now? Yes, tell me your problem.
I had to change up on him because it sound like damn, bro, you always talking about Trevor Lawrence.
I know what the problem is. I know what Harold's problem is. he put up that Wish background and you can't see his lotion, so he's not feeling connected right
now. Man, y'all leave my background alone, man. Y'all leave my background alone.
Man, when he rolled that in, man, I fell out my chair. It sounded like somebody was in a wheelchair.
Hold on. We got the jersey on the rack. He got the jersey on the rack. The thrift shop rack.
Yes, he does. Yes,
bro.
We recorded it. Don't worry.
I agree with Harold though. No, I agree with Harold about. No, I'm saying I agree with Harold about the whole Trevor Lawrence thing, man, because this kid's been so hyped, dog. Like, I mean, I know there's some other big name quarterbacks that were bust, but ain't nobody been talked about like Trevor Lawrence, bro. Like, I mean, they're saying this dude is real. They're saying this dude the next Peyton Manning. You know, we're not gonna say Tom Brady because ain't no more Tom Brady's out there. But next, they saying he the next Peyton Manning, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to see it, dog. I don't know about all that. That's some big shoes to be trying to fill.
But you know, I can see how you saying that's the hype, but for me, Zach Wilson had the biggest hype because his ass came out of nowhere. Yeah, we've been talking about Trevor Lawrence for 2 years. You just started talking about Zach Wilson when the NFL draft started. It was like, what the hell? Where did this dude come from?
But that would make Trevor Lawrence a bigger bust because we've been talking about him for so long. I agree, Zach Wilson gonna be a bust. Hey, real quick, let me tell you a quick story about Jamarcus Russell, dog.
Oh my God!
Hey, was it another one? We was at a game. I was at a game at the that old raggedy Oakland Coliseum, and
it is raggedy.
I'm out there with the fans. You know, we out there with the fans. Raider fans is crazy. They're a good time though.
They not crazy. They fucking retarded. Say it right.
They crazy. They crazy, bro. We out.
Shout out to Oaktown.
Bro, we out there at the game.
I ain't never going back. I ain't scared.
Jamarcus Russell like 0 for 8, dog, like passing the ball. And the Raider ain't nobody on the backs of these players like these Raider fans, bro. The Raider fans like, for God's sakes, Jamarcus complete a fucking pass. The birds are shitting on us. Everybody, dog. Hey, I spit drink, bro. I spit my drink everywhere, bro. Because you know they all decked out, they paint and stuff. Their birds are shitting on us. Jamarcus, for God's sakes, complete a fucking pass. Like they were going crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh my God, dog.
I know. When I was stationed out there, I got lucky to sit down in the black hole one time. You talking about just had a ball?
Yeah, they're crazy, bro. Hey.
Man, hey, as long as you just don't say the wrong thing, they fine. But
don't wear no Kansas City jersey.
Do not wear a Chiefs jersy. Do not do that. You can wear anybody else, but do not come in there with a Chiefs jersey. That's not allowed.
No, it's not.
No, you gonna get shanked.
See, when I walked in, I had on my old school.
And you on the wrong side of Oakland to be wearing that color anyway.
Hey, when I walked in my old school Barkowski jersey, everybody had to look twice because they saw red at first. They was like, "Okay, you good, you good." It's like, appreciate you.
They wild. They talk more trash about the team than anybody else do, though. They the fans. Dog, I'll never forget that game, dog. Me and my buddy still talk about that game. We talked about it last week, as a matter of fact. But oh man, good old Jamarcus Russell, boy. Y'all remember they sent this cat home with a blank tape? You ever heard that song?
Yes, and it's true. And it's true. They sent him home with a blank tape.
They sent him home with a blank tape. He told
he came back with all these plays.
Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, I was watching that blitz. I was watching the blitz coverage or the blitz pickup or something, and they was like, yeah, it wasn't nothing on that tape, though."
All right, we done got off onto a tangent. Get back on.
I think you're a bad moderator. To Lisa, I thought the 49ers were going to get Fields.
They should have. Then we could have traded out number 4. But I'm fine with Pitts. Thank you.
Man, can I speak on that? Let me speak on Justin Fields, man. Hold on, dog.
Man, it was so much hate.
Give him room. We got a lot to say.
Hold on, man.
Take another drink. Take another drink. Get your throat all clear. Yeah, man. Look. It sounded like Daddy. Sound like Daddy does Dallas soda. I need you to get all that out of there.
All right. Bruh, what was Bill Belichick doing, dog? My man sitting there.
I just said it.
He was sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, we gonna get him." And I'm like, "Y'all had to know somebody else behind you wanted this kid." And Bill Belichick just sat there on his thumbs, dog. And we ended up drafting damn Fatback Jones, bro. We drafted Fatback Jones, dog.
Belichick really thought he was gonna drop the 15 for y'all. He did.
Yo, I love that name. Fatback Jones.
He gonna lead y'all to the promised land.
He's gonna lead y'all to the promised land. Hold on, though, because we still ain't forgot about you, AC, because I still want to know how you feel about Pittsburgh's draft.
Yeah, I can tell you in one statement. I don't know what the fuck that was. Look, I'm good with Harris.
Some of these fans mad with their teams.
I'm not.
I mean, look here, man. You gotta look at who we got. Some of the people we got, bro. It's like one.
I got Najee Harris.
I'm saying I was good with Najee. Then we got a dude named Buddy. Like, ain't nobody named Buddy ever won shit. I mean, Buddy Ryan couldn't do that. What did he win?
Hey, no, that's not the name.
I didn't call you Buddy in 2021.
AC, that's not the name. That's not the worst name y'all got. Y'all have a Presley. You got a Presley. Presley Harvin, and he's three of them because he's a third. You have a Presley Harvin from Georgia Tech. He was the punter.
Man, we're gonna be 6-10 next season, man. Hey, I tell you right now. I got not a lick of faith in
Trey Norwood was pretty good.
Man, we still got Big Ben cripple ass out there on the field. Like I'm like, why do y'all keep resurrecting this dude? Like, why did he quit? Why did he quit before Eli Manning?
Because none of them charges would stick. That's the way y'all still got it.
Man, Big Ben is durable, man. This dude is
durable. Who the hell want a durable quarterback? That dude ain't got no knees left, cuz. He's like a man with no knees. Look, he like that daddy was on what name that damn show with the propane salesman? King of the Hill. He like the daddy with no knees and shit.
How he wobble.
Big Ben just stand there and get hit.
AC. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna guess that you're upset about the draft that y'all had. That's just a guess. I just want to make sure I'm right. I'm not.
Chris and AC seem to be the only two people upset about their draft.
Do I look happy?
Nah,
I like mine.
Dancing? I ain't happy with that shit. I don't know.
Bro, you ain't danced in 30 years. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, which is the point. I'm like, I ain't dancing either. I haven't. Let me clarify for the record. I am not happy about that shit. I'm not happy. Yeah, what it is.
So CJ, you're not happy about yours?
Hell no.
Besides the quarterback, just take out the quarterback.
Just take
about the rest. Take Big Body Jones out there.
I can't.
Big Body Jones.
Damn, he's so mad. His internet fucked up.
Look, Matt Jones.
But he started
LTD Jones.
Man,
that motherfucker a big body Cadillac. What you talking about?
You got a motherfucker named Mac.
Bro Ham.
Look, you got a dude named Mac with no K on the end. I can't trust him, cuz. I can't fool with you, cuz.
It's like mac and cheese, man.
Mac and cheese. Ain't no flavor in that.
That fits his name perfectly, dog. Like the promised land with Mac Jones is gonna be a bomb ass buffet. That's what he's leading us to.
Wait. Is it like a Vegas buffet or old country buffet? It's a difference. Which one?
Old country buffet, not a Vegas buffet.
Okay.
Old country buffet.
We have Ryan. What about Ryan? That was a good buffet.
Brian was a good buffet.
Yeah. But look, man,
roll good.
Bill Belichick drafted. He drafted a bunch of damn dudes from. What is it? He picked 2 dudes from Alabama.
He got 2 dudes from Alabama.
And 2 dudes from Oklahoma. And 2 dudes from Oklahoma. His first 2 picks were Alabama dudes. And then he got
the quarterback and the running back. That's
not defensive tackle.
No. It was
a defensive tackle.
Yeah,
one of the strongest ones in the draft. I'm surprised he fell that far.
The running back was from Oklahoma. So the only picks I really liked was, damn, none of them.
Hold on, man.
Wait a minute, Chris.
Hey, we got a Negro named Isaiah with 2 H's.
I like the defensive tackle from Alabama pick. That's about the only one I really cared for. I don't know a lot about that Oklahoma kid, that running back, so I can't.
Well, I can tell you about him. He's solid. He won't be he doesn't need to be an every down back, but he'll get those tough yards. He's good.
Here's the thing though. We don't need it. We don't need a running back that can do that. We got 3 dudes that can do that. We got Sony Michel. We got was it Harris? We just drafted a running back like 2 years ago from Alabama. Was it Alabama? Yeah, Alabama. Like, we don't need a running back, especially if it's a dude that's pounding it between the tackles. We don't need that. We got dudes that can do that. We need a dude that can catch the damn ball. Like,
y'all got enough tight ends to that one.
So CJ, so question for you, Patriots. What do you think their record going to be?
It's 17 games, right?
Yeah.
8-9.
Boy, that's like Cowboys-esque.
That's better than what y'all was last year. Wait, is that with Cam or with Big Mac?
Oh, good question. Good question.
Hey, Big Mac, Fatback Jones. Bro, he ain't starting.
Hey, if that dude don't get an endorsement deal with Kraft and McDonald's, he ain't doing his job.
He's not.
Hey, look, his agent ain't shit. If he ain't got an endorsement with Kraft Macaroni, his agent trash. I'll tell you that now.
Bro, he won't start unless I don't think he'll start until New England is like out of the hunt, and that's gonna
week 3.
Week 3, week 4.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say about week 8, week 9 when it's like clear, when it's clear as day that we ain't shit. You know.
Hey, if Cam come out there and throw for 75 yards again in the game, that's it now. Like,
Aaron, I don't know about you. I've never seen this much negativity with people's teams on here.
What is your? First of all, I'm always negative about.
Tony's
about
always negative about.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you predict the Patriots will go?
The Patriots? You asked me about.
Not the Patriots. The Pittsburgh.
Where we gonna go? They say 17 games. Shit, we gonna be 8-1. We gonna tie with Cleveland.
You're not tying with Cleveland. You're not tying with Cleveland. They're gonna blow your doors off. You better.
They might, man. I thought I made it clear earlier. I have no hope.
Lisa and Jared, what do you guys and girls think that your teams are gonna go?
She's gonna say the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. We already know that. That ain't happening.
I'm reading. She normally don't do that.
Jared's team is going to be okay, I think.
What's Jared's team?
The Rams.
All right.
I'm reading Jared comments about somebody that got hit with a pipe in L.A.
Yeah, they do that.
That's when the Raiders were in L.A.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Wednesday night in Shreveport.
Y'all act like downtown Atlanta don't get like that. I don't know why people keep sleeping on us. We got some foolish ass people down here too.
11-6, 10-7.
You know what? Honestly speaking,
let's look at this Rams team. Since Jared over here making the most comments.
So the Rams were. I don't know why. To me, it just seems like it was quiet for them. But,
hey man, they got a great running back named Jake Funk. I need him to
that's a good name. That's a good name.
That's a good name.
If it would have been Jake Funk the third, I'd have put all my money on it. I'd have put all my money on that kid like it's Dogecoin.
Hey, they got Bobby Brown on this team too, just so y'all know.
They do have Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown the third. That means
I'm running with the Rams. Let's go.
No, you can't run with your team. Stop being a punk.
Hey,
run with them badass Steelers.
I'm pushing the eject button.
So they got.
He's gonna be talking about week 7.
They got Atwell from Louisville.
What's his real name? Because I know it ain't Tutu. Why they call him Tutu? They call him Tutu. Anybody, Jared? Do you know why they call him Tutu Atwell? You should know this. He's on your team now.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that go.
Anybody I know named Tutu got some question marks.
New AC.
So Aaron, I got a question.
Lift my mic up. I can't talk.
He dabbing on him. Tutu dabbing on him.
So Aaron, I got a question. Cowboys, what do you think record?
1-16.
Yeah, I know you to say
11-7.
I'm
11-7. 11. No, 11 and 6.
That's 18 games. That's 18 games.
11 and 6.
He caught one playoff win. That's what he counted.
10 and 7, 11 and 6. That's what I'm going.
I agree. I think we get 10 wins. I'm going to be rather conservative and say 10 wins. And I think we'll win a playoff game. That's what I'll say.
I'm gonna make an honorable mention though, right quick.
10 and 7. Lisa say 10
and 7. The fact that they took Fields, I was like, okay, man. I like that right there. I like that pick.
I appreciate y'all not putting me on the spot, though. I appreciate that. I love all y'all.
Is Matt Nagy? Here's the thing, though. Is Matt Nagy gonna call? Is he gonna call an offense that's like suits Justin Fields? Because I don't think he did too good of a job doing that for. He didn't do too good of a job doing that for Mitch Trubisky. I'm not saying Justin Fields is Mitch Trubisky, but what I'm saying
it's Mitch Trubisky.
I mean, it was Mitch Trubisky.
It is. But he did. I feel like he didn't tailor.
He slim down. He a slim down version of Mac Jones.
Oh, that's that. Way more athletic, though. Way more athletic.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like with Mitch Trubisky, I feel like they didn't build an offense to his skill set.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's exactly what I'm
saying. Okay. I got a question. I got a question for all y'all. If you had to start a franchise, you only get two quarterbacks to choose from: Mitch Trubisky or Sam Darnold.
Shit.
Adrian Carpenter.
I'm filling my team. I got to pick between the two. I'm filling the team.
You got to pick one though.
I'm taking Mitch.
If I got to pick one, I'm taking Mitch.
I'm gonna take Mitch.
Is this a pick one or die? Because I'll just die. That's what I'll choose.
I'm taking Mitch. I'm gonna take Mitch.
Okay, Harold. I'll tell you what. Trubisky comes with a free masseuse, so you'll pick him.
Look, I ain't never seen Mitch fall over his own feet, so I'm taking Mitch, man, in the clutch. Money making Mitch for the win.
But you know what? Most of the Jets quarterbacks do that anyway, so.
Shit, well, you know, Joe Namath ain't had no knees either. Shit.
He was drunk when he played, so it didn't matter.
I mean, that fur coat was nice, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, so, all right. So another thing that has, that's been a topic, and me and AC has been wanting to talk about this.
They ain't built one around their quarterback in my lifetime either.
And just so you know, Jim McMahon was overrated. I said it.
All right. So one of the things, AC, you've been dying to talk about is Coach Urban Meyer, the coach of Jacksonville Jaguars. So
you know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Not
this
He put the call out. I had to come back.
So AC, what is on your mind about Coach Urban Meyer, who drafted 2 Clemson players in the first round? And I love the pick.
Here he go again.
I'm a first of all. Let's mute that. All right. Look here.
You can leave him over there until AC get done.
And I'm finna run off the top of my head. I ain't got no stats. I ain't got no paper in front of me. This is my opinion about Urban Meyer. I mean, my first problem with the fact that they brought Urban Meyer in as a head coach for an NFL team. And I don't recall him having no NFL experience. But I mean, you pass over other guys who in the league right now who could have been a head coach, i.e. Eric Bieniemy. I wouldn't have took that job out, Eric. But my point is, you had other qualified NFL people that you could have hired in Jacksonville. You bring Urban Meyer to the damn team, who won. This bitch always leave a team or organization after so many years. The shit burnt to the ground. There's some question marks about the people, the program. Yeah. I mean, he had a team full of killers and dope dealers in Florida.
Bro,
he had the woman beat on coach on the squad out there in Ohio. So clearly, this dude is not a good judge of character. He's not a character guy.
Jared said he go fake a heart attack by week 11. I am so done.
Jared, they keep saying I'm gonna mute. Jared need to be muted for that.
He got so
Jared
in his head.
Into the group. What are you talking about?
That is savage. That is savage.
Jared's not wrong.
Me and Jared get along real well.
They keep saying this dude got a in his damn head that act up every 3 years. So Here's a guy who will probably be on medical leave at some point, and you give him a job.
Didn't he have to leave for medical for something?
He done left
Florida.
He left Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida and Ohio look here, air quote, for medical reasons. But it's not like every time some shit getting ready to pop off, Urban Meyer get ghosts from your program and shit. So yeah.
like Bobby Petrino.
Exactly. Like, let me move around. So we're gonna hire this guy. We're gonna give him the keys to the franchise, which the franchise ain't been shit in a long time. But you're gonna give him the keys to the franchise.
Well, they ain't been shitting.
Give him Trevor Lawrence. I'm just saying they did have some Mark Brunell with them
in the day.
You know,
true.
I mean, this is the same team franchise that brought Tom Coughlin back. So
that's true. That is true.
I mean, that's problem one.
Well, he don't work for them no more. They fired him.
But that ain't the problem. They brought his old ass back again. They gave him a second chance, and he gone.
And brought him back.
Third, fourth chance.
Then you bring Clint. This is the same guy who couldn't draft nobody to back up Eli to take over the team, but you gonna make him the GM of the franchise. You get rid of his old ass, then you bring in Stroke Meyer, bring his ass in here to ruin the team. You gonna give him Trevor Lawrence and we gonna expect some success.
Would he be wrong to use AC during his rant?
They keep acting like this dude is a leader of men. Dude, clearly he don't know character. Kill him and don't build him all over the Florida squad. And then just for the caveat to this whole thing, then I heard the other day, I don't know if it's rumors or bullshit. They talking about Tim Tebow coming to play over there, coach.
I heard that. It's trying out for tight end. I heard that.
33-year-old tight end.
This old clown. Look, this bastard got a whole job on TV, on college, or NFL, or NBA.
First of all,
what the fuck it is?
First of all, time out. Have you ever seen Tim Tebow talk? That motherfucker is monotone. This is Tim Tebow. So what we're doing today is we're going to talk about.
He talk like he throw the ball. Again, and this some bitch. Now, when they want to make him a running back or somewhere in the NFL, this old bastard.
No, they wanted to make him a tight end. Denver wanted to make him a tight end.
Yeah, they want to make him a tight end.
No,
I'm gonna be a quarterback. Now all of a sudden, your punk ass out here, 10 years later, now you want to be a tight end, play for your old punk ass coach over here. Man,
has it been that long?
One lucky pan. Yes, he's 33.
It's been a while.
He's 33, though. He is 33.
Because
remember he had that stint playing baseball, right?
He had a stint. He had a stint dressing up as a baseball player.
Yeah,
got it. But let me connect some dots for y'all though on this.
Why are you still mad about this though?
Yeah, because you real upset. I mean, we're gonna let you connect the dots, but you real upset.
Yeah, did he take your girlfriend? No.
Let me get my mind right before I say something not politically correct here. But
God damn it.
Something
did he make you have 4 extra gray hairs? I mean, shit.
Man, look at man. Look, cause I'm sick of this bullshit ass NCAA NFL commune they got. Because like y'all said earlier about Trevor Lawrence, man. Because Aaron, you correct me if I'm wrong now. Again, I ain't got no stats in front of me and no paperwork and shit. But Trevor Lawrence, we've been hearing about this for 3 years. Oh, Trevor is. He's 30-something in 2 or some shit like that. Like he the next great white hype. Now, we all know the college program, they beef you up, change your stat, make you taller, make you strong on paper, whatever. And then somebody get to the league and they can't do shit. Tim Tebow. They love Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow had like 30 goddamn rushing touchdowns and maybe 20 passing because he only could throw 10 yards to the right with a 45-degree angle. Dude was trash. But he got a Heisman. He was a third round pick. And what's the most embarrassing thing about the Tim Tebow experience in Denver is his raggedy arm ass threw one fluke ass pass and beat my Steelers in the wild card game.
On a slant.
He was dropping passes 10 yards in front of receivers.
Threw that shit out there. He looked up and caught it. That was the best of his damn NFL career because he ain't did shit after that.
That was one of his few completions.
Dude got like 20.
Then he only have 2. I'm gonna say, didn't he have 2 completions in that game? Then he go 10.
It was like his first pass he completed and his last pass.
Yeah. And then what was sad was the next game after that because it was the playoffs and he was horrible.
He was like over 50. He was like over 20. Yeah, he's
my man had the mute AC.
No, I didn't mute AC. Did he go? He dropped off.
The dark side of the first period.
Hey man,
he dropped off. Where'd you go?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why AC dropped off.
People on the internet.
AC dropped off so bad when he got mad. All that static from his hair was interrupted with the Wi-Fi signal.
Illusion of my rant. Tim Tebow ain't shit. Urban Meyer is not a leader of men. Jim McMahon was overrated.
This went from Urban Meyer to the Tim Tebow.
But you can't disagree with nothing he said. You can't disagree with nothing he said.
To AC's point, though, I do agree because a lot of college coaches come into the NFL and don't know what they're doing because they don't understand. Like now these players got the same amount of money as you got. So
yes, sir.
And in some cases,
you're gonna have to what did Professor X tell Cyclops give Wolverine some instructions that's worth it?
Oh yeah. Y'all got my left nostril clogged up, man.
Mine is too. It's all AC fault.
But respect my logic. I went from Urban Meyer all the way back to Urban Meyer through Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow. 6 degrees of Urban Meyer. and when his ass fake a tumor by like week 12, whatever, the second season or something, I said it here first. Right up.
Nah, Jared said that.
Jared said he gonna have it. Jared said it first.
I'm agreeing with him. I said it here on the podcast. He didn't tell me. I said it live.
Oh boy. So next, I'm sorry,
I just want to put it out there. I just want to put out that I love y'all and ask me shit about my Falcons because you know how I feel.
So the next thing, I know if everyone has talked about this, but Deion Sanders had a quote on the other day that
bro, that wasn't a quote. That was a full-fledged statement. That was a statement.
And I have to agree. There were no HBCU players drafted, and I agree with him. I don't know why, because some of our best players ever of all time have come from HBCUs. Correct. Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, and these guys are not being looked at for whatever reason.
T.O. too.
And who?
T.O.
Oh yeah. Terrell Owens, yeah. So, and it seems like, all right, I'm going to ask the question, but do y'all think his words are true?
Yes, they are very true. And we all know what it is.
I want to come in last on this.
If you got people, if you're getting people from North Dakota State, you can go to Fort Valley and grab somebody.
Right. You took a quarterback from North Dakota State at that.
Who ain't played. I know we got some offensive linemen in these HBCUs that'll lay wood to somebody.
Yeah,
right.
I know that.
Someone made a interesting quote. I don't know if y'all got it, but it seems like, and I think he said it perfectly. A lot of people are good at, scouting talent, but they're not good at scouting as far as what that talent can do. And I thought that was an excellent quote. Because everyone's looking at numbers, you're looking at measuring body fat, all that kinds of stuff and stats. But they're not looking to see if the person can play the game. And I thought that was an excellent quote. And I think that really goes with, HBCUs, in my opinion. That's what I would say to that.
You know how we can stop that, right?
I'm all ears.
Keep our kids home.
That's it. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. Keep our kids down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead of sending them off to Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, send them to Fort Valley State. Send them to Savannah. Send them to Georgia Southern. Not Georgia Southern. Prairie View. Send them to them schools that's got some football programs. Send them to Grambling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
because I know for a fact you had
Mr. T came from Prairie View.
I know for a fact you had two solid offensive linemen from Grambling that should have been drafted.
Yeah,
no,
I mean, the speed is there. If you look at, and Jared made a comment, the defensive backs, the speed is there. I think, a lot of times this is what happens. And let's just be real. There was a couple years ago at Grambling, someone took pictures of the facilities, and it was god awful. It was man, rain coming in through the ceiling. Some of the lounges, chairs.
That's when Doug was coaching.
Yeah, and if I'm an athlete being recruited by an Alabama or a Clemson or whatever, and you go and see these Club Med facilities, then it's like, all right, well, why in the world do I want to go to someplace, that does not have that? That's not going to treat me like I'm special, And so we do have to put the money into the facilities, and we do. And they have the money to do it. I think
that's what I'm going to say. Here's the thing with them HBCUs, those all. I mean, I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know, the fraternities, is that what you call them? I'm not into all that, but the fraternities, man.
I'm in a fraternity,
dude. I mean, the fraternities have to start putting the money back into the HBCUs.
That's what you got alums for.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, that's gonna be damn near impossible because to be honest with you, the fraternities have a lot of financial issues themselves. I'll be the first one to say it. I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma. I love my fraternity, but all fraternities have issues with financial responsibility, just to be honest with you. And I wouldn't, count on them,
but it's everybody, because you got people they go and they'll graduate from, and I know because my sister and my brother-in-law graduated from Prairie View, so you get these people that graduate from these HBCUs. And I mean, let's be honest, the people that graduate from schools like Oklahoma and Clemson, they turn around and they put back into their schools. Yep. Or the people graduating from HBCUs doing the same thing.
That's what you got to call out the alumni for.
Anybody on
not only that, you got to call out black people in general. Dr. Dre put money back in the University of Southern Cal, and he's a billionaire. You never even you live in South Central, but South Central wasn't representing NWA and all that back then. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Here's the question.
So we got to call into question any mega donor period that's throwing money in these schools. I just don't understand that.
And yeah, you're right. I meant to say the alumni, not the fraternities.
Especially in blue ones. Something wrong with them.
Right quick. Anybody on here graduate from HBCU besides me?
I attended one before I was asked to leave.
All right, then.
I partied at a couple.
All right.
Savannah State, baby. Savannah State. I'm still repping them though.
I partied at Savannah State. I partied there.
Yes, sir.
Let me cover a couple things here, man. Let me cover a couple things right quick. Because I went to Grambling. And I'm an alumni of the Grambling State University. I'm going to touch on what Aaron said. I'm going to touch on what Harold said as well. First and foremost, these well-to-do black folk, the celebrities who are always donating, and other ones with money, there are more HBCUs than Morehouse and Spelman and Howard.
Right.
Even though one of them lost their accreditation. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I mean, okay. No, anytime they send money, anytime Oprah them, and I'm saying Oprah, but
damn,
those
Oprah.
With money, those with means.
She ain't never sent nobody no money, no black
with the long pocket.
Like she those with the money in their pocket. Car if you sit in the audience.
You got to pay taxes on the car. But everybody want to spend money. They want to spend money to Howard. They want to send money to Morehouse. They want to send money to Spelman. And I'm not shitting on those three schools. I mean, they are what they are. But people act like Savannah State don't exist. They act like Prairie View don't exist. They act like TSU don't exist. The hell with Grambling. The hell with Southern. It's a bunch of HBCUs, but the money go to the sexy schools because, unfortunately, that's what Negroes do. When they get
Lamar State.
Okay, they want recognition from the upper echelon shit. It's like when AI went back home with his chain on and his Rolls Royce and they stole his goddamn chain. Why your black ass back in your neighborhood? You got money now. You can't go back home no more. Now people say that you can, but don't be foolish.
You can't.
You can't.
It's just
you
like
can't
we
never go
always
home
say.
again.
It's just like I always say, when you get drafted, some of them folk you got to leave behind.
You damn right.
You can't
You
take everybody
with you. Drag your black ass down. But I'm gonna touch
you
back
know,
on.
You can't take everybody with you.
No.
But you can still do for your community.
Do for your community.
You could still put into your community. And unfortunately, and a lot of black folks not gonna want to hear this, but unfortunately, we as a race of people do not put back in.
We don't do shit right.
We don't put money back into our community like we should.
Well, we put money in the church. The fucking preacher. The preacher to sit there and hustle everybody, man. I ain't gonna call the name of the church back home. It's a Negro home, man. You know what? Fuck them. I don't care. So Greenwood Acres back home. Man, years ago, this shit stuck with me. I forgot the damn pastor. He ain't a pastor. He some other shitty cop, Bishop.
False prophet.
Caldwell.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
So years ago, these Negroes, people called the Shreveport Sun. It's a little black-owned newspaper.
I heard of that.
In the paper, they always showing all goddamn pastors' anniversaries and all other shit going on with the church, and then some human network story, some shit. Anyway, I'm reading the paper one day, man. On one page, they celebrating the pastor's anniversary. The damn church gave the pastor $100,000. This black ass holding the check up, holding the microphone. Oh yes, they gave Bishop Caldwell $100,000 pastor's anniversary. In the same fucking paper, the high school down the street, Booker T High School, supposed to be a telecommunications magnet or some shit, but it's a predominantly black high school in a black neighborhood. They damn library got mold and shit in there. So they had to get rid of all the books, all the computers, because there was a mold problem in the damn school. The shelves empty. Oh, man. The kids can't write their fucking papers in there. But a mile up the street at the church, them
you Negroes get a pastor $100,000.
You get a pastor $100,000. Y'all can't buy the fucking kids computers and no books down the street. For them to be able to
you know my thoughts on that anyway. You already know my thoughts on that anyway.
Nah, because I agree, and then you look around like, I was telling my wife one day, so from the house that we have in Oak Cliff to my grandmother's house, there are 16 churches. It's a 5-minute drive from the house that we have in Oak Cliff to my grandmother's house. And within that 5 minutes, you have 16 churches. Within that 5 minutes, 16 churches. And around all the churches are all nice, but everything else around all the churches are all run down. The roads are shitty. All that. And it's like, we put money into and people have their own religion. People have their religion and you believe in what you want to believe in, and that's fine. But you sitting here putting money into these churches who ain't putting money back into our community. So now you got crackheads running around. Yeah, we gonna go to church on Sunday, but while you sitting at church, you're gonna pay the crackhead $5 to wash your car up.
Yeah. And why the church sitting empty all week? Why they ain't doing nothing for the community?
Right.
During the week. Ain't no after school program.
It's not their job no more.
Feed the homeless, man. Got to feed the homeless. Stuff like that.
I mean, that's what you think.
Thanksgiving. You feed the homeless at Thanksgiving. Photo op. But I want to go back.
Let me just say one thing, and then y'all can rant about this because it's like whatever at this point with me about this. Everybody want to scream out how the hood is poor. The hood ain't where you want to go. Poor. The hood ain't poor. We just got bad spending habits. If the hood was poor, them Asians wouldn't be moving in and putting all their stores up. You don't put your store in somewhere that's poor.
Yeah.
You don't put them beauty supply stores in somewhere that's poor. You put it where you're going to make money.
Black folk got like $1 trillion of spending power, man, right now.
But then the thing is with that, and I can attest to this because, I do have a black-owned business. You can go to the corner and see your friend on the corner selling $3 bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go past him and go to the next guy on the corner who don't look like you and give him $5
for the same water.
And then get mad at your friend because he didn't give it to you for $1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem we have.
Well, we got a culture problem.
To kind of piggyback off of what you just said, I think the issue is this, and this is standards. Is what it basically boils down to. Price and are you paying for the standard? And so what I mean by that is this. It's just like I went to a restaurant the other evening, ordered some fried mushrooms from a Black-owned restaurant lounge. I got those mushrooms. They were frozen cold in the inside. Now you go to another restaurant like that, and the person said that because I touched the food, I'm still going to have to pay for it. I'm like, the hell you say? And so I go to another establishment. My service is going to be a lot better than that. And so to kind of correlate that to the colleges and universities, you go to a big time university, you get your books on time, you get your dorm room on time, you get that sort of thing. You're looking at an athlete that says, hey, look, I'm going to get my meals. I'm going to get, my person that's helping me to study, all that stuff. And then I go to, and again, I don't know how the HBCU's facilities are. I can only go off the ones that I've seen. Yeah. But, you go to a South Carolina State, or you go to a Savannah State, or you go to North Carolina A&T. North Carolina A&T to Bonneville, Lisa. But you go to another HBCU, a Jackson State, or FAMU, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. What is this? I'm treated A+ here, but I'm treated C- over here.
We don't and our own, man.
Yeah. I mean, we do have to hold ourselves accountable for the amount of service that we are giving out.
Right.
But I want to jump on your point about the HBCU, man, because it's a many splendid problem within the HBCU operation why we end up in the shape we end up in, because the HBCUs already don't have money. The budgets are already cut from the state and other things like that. They get the ass end of the money. So you got no money coming in. You got the alumni not supporting the damn school. Then you got people in the school stealing the damn money, which I can attest to that happened at Grambling when I was there.
Happened in Savannah.
So you got
Mars
nepotism.
Mars Brown a lot.
Nepotism, and you got idiots. You trying to steal money like the white folk do at LSU in North Carolina, but it's not enough money to take. And you trying to take too much. You hiring your goddamn family. Down here years ago, the lady named Dr. Priscilla Slade that was at TSU. She embezzled all this money, furnished her damn mansion over in Memorial. Goddamn well these black kids need the education.
Yeah, I remember.
How you gonna take that money and you gonna steal all that goddamn money and go get you a nice house and fingernails and wigs? But somebody didn't get to go to school this semester because there wasn't no money for them. So
right.
So the problem, to piggyback on what Aaron said about the churches and stuff in the community, what you said here about the service, we as a people, we as a black community, we treat our own like shit, like the other communities do. We don't respect our own across the board. In our colleges and our neighborhood businesses, we treat ourselves like second-class citizens. And that shit echoes across the board, back in the HBCU and whatever, because honestly, and I said this shit when it came down to the protesting by Kaepernick years ago. I'm gonna say it again now. 75-80% of NFL is made up of black players. Let's say it's 1,500 players. I'm gonna be conservative. Let's just say it's 1,500 players in the NFL, active players. Let's say 1,200 of them are black. If those Negroes would have sat out one game.
NFL would have went. They would have went bankrupt.
They'd have lost. They'd have bankrupt that one night, one weekend.
Bankrupt.
You'd have got some act right.
You got some real act right.
You got some act right. And some shit would have changed. Colin, when they the goddamn out the league, the rest of them Negroes should have been not on the goddamn field. The protest should have never been put on us as the fan.
How about this is an idea though? If they would have just said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna make our own league.
That would be a good idea, but they ain't got no sense to do infrastructure like the XFL.
Well, and you know what, and it's crazy because the XFL is actually when they're playing, it's actually kind of entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Yeah,
I
didn't. If you do it right.
Vince McMahon was just trying something, so I get it, and it fell through or whatnot. But no, the XFL was kind of what that was.
But but my point is that we got the black athletes is in sports. That's where black people have the most power to make change, to force change.
Yep.
Instead of my black ass, you want me to kneel out. You got Negroes on Facebook talking about, oh man, I ain't watching the NFL because I'm protesting. The NFL don't give a fuck about you not watching. 100 million more people watching this goddamn sports. So your black ass and 10 more folk don't matter. The Mexicans buying the ticket.
You ain't going to the game, no way. You ain't going to the game, no way.
Right.
You know, you ain't doing shit but buying jerseys, so you still supporting it. The protest should have always been on the damn players, and they should have did some shit on that field or got off the field. It should have never been left on the fans to do the work. They pump.
I mean, if the players had just said, and it really could have been simple because the players could have just been like, oh, I got a sprained ankle this week.
Yeah, put me on the IR. Put me on the injury report.
Yep.
You don't take the field, they don't make no money. The time other people respect you or at least listen to you enough is when you take money out their pocket.
You hit that.
Jerry Jones ain't lost a fucking dime. He ain't lost no money.
Mm-hmm.
That's something what he did. Kneel and damn, couldn't give it out the ground. Nobody give a fuck about kneeling. What kneeling do? Kneeling don't make no change, man. You got attention, and that was good. We should. And Jay-Z said it. Negroes got mad at him when he said it. I'm gonna say it again though. We past kneeling now. What the fuck we still in it for 7-8 years later?
Mm-hmm.
Do something else.
400 years later. 400 years later.
For real. That's real right there.
You know, my mom always said it. You have to hurt someone in the pocketbook. Well, we have breaking news on our last segment for tonight. So everyone knows about the Mayweather-Paul Logan fight, which I think is dumb as fuck.
Exhibition.
It's going to be a lesson. It's going to be a lesson. It'll be a fight.
But fighting on the undercard is Chad Ochocinco. He is trading in the cleat for boxing gloves. I think this is a dumbest fuck.
Who is he fighting?
A horse?
I have no idea. I mean, a matter of fact, just kind of reading.
He fighting Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
No, Sean Bradley. Hey, can we get a Sean Bradley Manute Bowl fight? I'm still waiting on that.
Well, Sean Bradley is paralyzed. Sean Bradley paralyzed, so he ain't gonna.
When did he get paralyzed?
Somebody he got hit by a car.
Yeah, somebody ran him over last month.
That was recent.
Yeah, a chick was on the cell phone.
Manute ran over. I mean, his son Bowl is alive, but Manute is.
How tall is he?
Same.
Bowl is tall.
Okay, so. Shit,
but Bowl playing. Bowl plays. He plays ball.
He about the same size as his daddy, dude. About 180 pounds.
That's not the one. No,
he played for the Nuggets.
He played for Oregon.
And he played for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
He in the league. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he in the league.
Bowl is in the league. Yeah.
Let me go look up this tall.
Him and Taco Fall, I think, came in at the same time.
Yeah.
He do look like his dad.
Yeah, they both look like praying mantises. Yeah.
He is 7'2", but he 220 pounds. Really?
Yeah, he way heavier than his dad.
His foot about 110 apiece. Ain't no weight in his legs.
Nah, man, I'm looking at him. He look like he can sleep in a straw, dude. Nah.
Well, anyway. So, what do y'all think? Y'all think this is a good move for Chad Ochocinco to box?
No.
First of all, he couldn't fight when he played football. What makes him think he can fight in a boxing ring?
I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing now. I really
it's boxing is trash.
Is this what we're coming down to now? We're having these celebrities.
Ruiz had a fight over the weekend, and it wasn't even really just advertised.
I wonder why.
Who was he fighting?
Boxing is dead.
Exactly.
I forgot the dude's name.
The minute you had a celebrity boxing match with Jose Canseco, you knew the fight game was
I remember
that. Look. I blame what that old bastard name is, the opposite of Don King. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's the promoter.
Chris Arreola.
Bob Arum.
Y'all the boxing.
Bob Arum.
Yeah.
Bob Arum.
You can blame Bob Arum, old crotchety ass, for the demise of boxing along with Don King. They fucked it all up. Boxing ain't been shit since the heavyweights died.
Well, honestly,
Don King is definitely up there for part of the blame in my book.
I mean, honestly speaking, though, I mean, Mayweather kind of reinvented the model by promoting himself. He can choose who he wants to fight.
But everybody hates Mayweather.
But he always wait till they pass their prime.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people are doing now. They're choosing, they're cherry picking who they want to fight.
I mean,
okay, so look,
it's no issue with promoting yourself, but if you a premier boxer, if you're a premier boxer, you're supposed to fight the other premier boxer. You're not supposed to fight the other premier boxer. You're not supposed to fight the other premier boxer 10 years after he not premier anymore.
I got a legitimate question for you, boxing people. I got a question for you, boxing people, because come from somebody who hasn't watched boxing since Lennox Lewis retired.
Yeah, this is true.
Got a question, because back when I watched, I know you had the different organizations like WBC and all them.
Yeah, it's like 12 of them now.
If you held one, you had to fight the champion of the other.
Right.
That's when I was watching. Do they not do that anymore?
They don't do that.
So like
anymore.
the WBC had to fight the WBA champion.
No.
And if that didn't happen, you had to vacate the WBC championship.
No, they don't do that anymore.
They don't force them to do that no more.
No, there you go. There's your problem right there. Make the champion fight. If you supposed to be the badass, fight me.
Well, them Klitschko brothers, they get some blame too, because them some bitches would never fight each other either. They both had belts.
Oh man, come on, man. You gonna fight your brother? I mean,
why not?
Why not? Why not?
Man, come on, man.
Why not? If you down with if you
I mean, that's the problem with the Charlo twins.
Most
that's
of y'all will fight y'all brothers.
Twins. They won't fight each other.
Most of y'all will fight y'all brothers for fun. Now you trying to fight them for money? Come on, dude. I'm putting you on,
man.
Harold, let's fight. I'd fight you for money.
What? Harold, it's the purity of the sport. If you worried about the purity of the sport,
I don't like you, man.
Why would you not fight?
Let me explain something to you. See, this is the difference between the Marines and the Air Force right here.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
Look, you woke CJ up now. CJ done woke up.
Y'all up here trying to play nice with each other. That's why y'all got lobsters in y'all chow hall. We out here in the back fighting for hot dogs. This is how we were raised.
That is your problem. You scored what you scored on last foul. That's your
problem. I scored a 98. What's your point? What's your point? I chose the Marines. I didn't have to go. I just
that's your decision.
The Air Force won the challenge.
Jared said he'll fight his brother for $10.
There you go. See? Half the time you don't even need. They be like, "Hey, you touch my stuff, it's an automatic fight."
Hey, but so man, just think about it. When you was kids, you fought over the damn TV remote.
Thank you. So you telling me I'm not gonna fight you over recognition?
So if somebody is saying you get 30 million if you win and you get 25 if you lose.
Nah, you get 20 if you lose.
30 if I win, 20 if I lose. Me and my brother, we got to get in the ring and go ahead and make that happen.
Man, it's gonna be. If you were smart, you would make it a 3-time fight.
But hey, you know what the sad part about it is? We all probably gonna watch it. I mean, you're not gonna watch it. I probably am gonna watch it.
I mean, it's free. It's free for me. That's why I'm watching. I ain't gotta pay for it. It's free. I ain't gonna pay for it.
Just get yourself away over the airwaves, Aaron. Just get yourself away.
Me and my cousin Harold fought over a missile for my G.I. Joe airplane. And it was my goddamn missile. Negro fought me for my own goddamn missile.
Whatever. Man, we fight in basketball games. What are you talking about? Man, you foul me. What? That one the foul. All right, it's time to fight. We gotta go.
I guess the whole point of it is, I think, to me, it's boxing is never going to be back to the way it was. I just think it's done. It's done.
It's over, man.
It's too political.
I'd rather watch golf.
Yeah.
That's bad because the golf.
Because golf ain't shit either. Golf is a step above NASCAR. I said it.
Shout out to our NASCAR fans. We still love you.
Non-athletic sports centered around rednecks. That's what NASCAR stands for.
See, I knew Aaron was going to say
if you want to say centered around rednecks, that's fine. But I want you to explain to me.
Here we go.
I want you to explain to me.
Okay.
How sitting in a car.
I'm done here.
With a suit on because the inside of the inside of that car is somewhere around 150 degrees.
Okay. Sound like you just
I
need to
want you
water
to
and keep
explain
going.
to me. I want you to explain to me how does that's not physically demanding.
Let me tell you something.
500 laps. Have you done this, Tony? Have you done this?
If you mute yourself while you talk,
I'm drilling on the interstate.
If you did, first of all,
even just driving an 18-wheeler, just driving a regular Volvo, or we'll say a Kenworth T900, just driving a regular Kenworth T900 for 10 hours is demanding. So you're doing it for 500 laps and you trying to tell me that's not demanding?
Man,
he said it wasn't athletic.
I said it was not athletic. I said
I got a better one for you. If you
can I make my statement?
Hold on, Tony. You piggyback off this.
I ain't piggybacking off shit.
If you ever drove a deuce and a half in the military,
thank you.
A deuce and a half in the military that was a stick.
Hey, I got one better.
I drove one for like 6 hours.
Hey, CJ, you ever rode on the back of one of them 5 tons?
Yes, sir.
LMTV,
bruh. I got a question. Let me explain some of you that I can tell you my NASCAR, because when I was stationed out in Yuma and I had to make them runs in them buggies on them mountains that took 6-hour drives in 125 degree heat, that was my NASCAR. Because we was hitting about 85, homeboy.
So what are you saying? Are you saying it's a sport? It's a physical demanding activity?
I said non-athletic sport. I said athletic. See, not all the words are there inside it. A non-athletic sport centered around rednecks. Non-athletic. I didn't say it was physical. I didn't say it was demanding. Shit, if I eat too many beans, me sitting on the toilet is physically demanding.
Yeah, you got a point there. You got a point.
I didn't say nothing about it not being. I didn't say nothing about it not being physically demanding. It's not an athletic sport.
If you rolled in a Buick Deuce and a Quarter from Shreveport to Houston in the summertime, you can ride that.
First of all, if you was back with me driving back in the 90s and my Mustang with no AC hitting 285, yeah, we was doing our NASCAR because that's only one turn left.
But I mean, to me, here's the thing, Aaron. I think that's what you're getting at. In my opinion, it is physically demanding, but it's also strategy involved.
It is. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what my strategy is? I'm tapping your bumper and pitting you like the cops do when you try to run from it. That's my strategy.
There are plenty of sports that are not physically demanding, but it's still a sport.
It's not a sport. Golf is not a sport either.
Golf is not a sport. Come on, man.
But it's physically demanding.
Wait a minute, though. Look at shout out to Jared, man. I'm learning all kind of shit in the comments over here on the side. He been really giving us a lot of stuff on the side.
So we can replace CJ with Jared.
Hey, why I gotta get replaced?
I'm trying to get rid of the Air Force folks.
No, Jared was in the Air Force too, so then you wouldn't even be. You would be bringing another one.
Hey, we can swap him out for hair. We can swap hair.
We can swap him out for hair.
Jared don't need no lotion.
Jared not a Clemson fan, right? Jared, you're not a Clemson fan, right?
Nah, he a USC fan.
Yeah.
Who? Which one?
SC.
California.
Okay, yeah, we can deal with him because they ain't been shit since Bush and them. Yeah, we can deal with him.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I love drag racing. I love that, and to me, NASCAR,
not a sport.
It's very physically demanding for me to sit there and watch it. I mean, so it's definitely. It's definitely
Jared's still in the Air Force.
I had to piss in the bottle.
Jared means he's still in the chair force.
But you know what I did see? So the NASCAR people, the pit crew, they make those guys work out. I mean, they actually run and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so you have to be a good athlete to do that.
I can understand the shot coming from an Air Force guy because we actually had to work out in the Marine.
The pit crew is the most athletic people in NASCAR.
That's a fact.
Pit crew is top notch. Them boys, look, you can say what you want to about them dudes driving them cars and shit. But
the pit crew, you got to change the tire in seconds.
No, the one with the gas can running around. He up there.
Oh, yeah. And that hoe be full too.
Yeah.
Man, just watching him do that through my shoulder out. I'm like, nah, play. Nah.
Shout out to NASCAR, Bubba Watkins,
Fuck,
the
damn
black
NASCAR.
guy in the Jordan car. Let's go.
I've been in
Damn
17.
that.
I've been in 17 years too, Jared. Appreciate you.
Hey man, I would still been in right now if I wouldn't have been in the Marines and they tore my goddamn knees up. Fuckers. I'm mad about that. That's some bullshit.
Anyway, Tony said he was trying to be a sergeant major.
Nah, no, my boy just retired. He was a master gunnery sergeant. You couldn't go no higher but sergeant major. Dude, we serious.
Well, all right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Harold Smith. Let's give our shout outs, everyone. This is Aaron. This is Tony, AC.
Falcons had the best draft. Woohoo! Falcons had the best draft. They still suck. Monkey.
Shout out to Jerry. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to everybody that watched.
Tomatoes are not a fruit.
Hey man, hey, shout out to the shout out to
you made that up.
Hey, shout out to Kim who made our R.U.S.T shirts from Aloha Key and Design. She also
shout out to Vanessa. She had an ailment today, so she couldn't be here.
It was that Saints draft. That's what it was.
And please go to our website, rusthvm.net. And also, if you got any emails, if you have any feedback for us, it's the LLC podcast group at outlook.com. That is it. See y'all next weekend.
49ers suck.
Shout out to the Cowboys and Clemson, by the way, and Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
go Pat.
Oh my God.